ます。 Dos. Dos. Okay, yes, as I've said before, karate is good for my health, but the secret to my nearly 6-year-old health is this exercise, which I've demonstrated before, but maybe I should demonstrate it every time because I think it's really important. It seems to me that it's the I was reading about, I got into evolutionary theory, and evolutionary theory says that, that often males of the species, but sometimes females and sometimes both perhaps, have what is called an ornament or armament. And I think in human case it's bipedalism. And no one can really work out what bipedalism evolved for, because it evolved well before we used it for things like even throwing spears. We didn't have any spears back when we evolved to be bipeds. So what was it for? We had tools basically the same as apes, and so these very, very primitive humans evolved to be bipeds before they had a use for it. However, there are some uses for it, since apes as well, when they want to sort of strut and fight, they get up on their hind legs like stags and gorilla, and postural. It's partly an ornament saying I'm powerful, and it's partly an armament because you can punch harder if you stand on your hind legs, or flail harder as stags do. Okay, so this sort of standing up tall, in order for it to be more useful than an armament, and the best thing is to, before people actually have to fight each other, they go, oh, I'm strong, and the girls go, oh, he's strong, and so then you don't have to fight, and so that is called an ornament. And ornaments to be I mean, to prove you're strong with an ornament, the ornament needs to have a drawback, a handicap it's called, by a guy called Zahavi, because otherwise weaklings could sort of do it. And in bipedalism, it's well known that bipedalism has loads of drawbacks. My back, my knees, my hips, they're all going. However, if the drawback, this handicap of the ornament were permanent, then it wouldn't prove strength, it would prove weakness. Yeah? Oh, I'm standing up tall, but then my back, legs, everything falls apart. There is a solution. The solution, I believe, was originally coitus, and nowadays golf, swinging bats, and this exercise, which is which I find to be the most effective way to get over the drawbacks of bipedalism, is that now that we're standing on two legs, our spine isn't at right angles to our leg, so we can't use a rotational, like a spanner on a nut. Our legs are rotated like a screwdriver on a nut, like this, yeah? And so that those muscles of, the animal of etiolated, they've sort of wasted away in a sense, except when we exercise and playing golf and other things, or this exercise. And so if you do this exercise, you can circumvent the human drawback or handicap of bipedalism and remain a kind of selected human. Okay, and it's very simple. You just do this. All I'm doing is rotating my leg against these bands, probably about 50 kilograms or something like that. Wow. And also the other way. And this is, in fact, I find more important. This is the interior rotation. I'm not sure why it should be more important, but I find it to be.
Yeah, do that. And your bipedalism will no longer cause you any problems.